Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. All right. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Bit hoarse. Need to drink more water. All right. Good enough. All right. Let's log in first to my. I'm gonna give up on this one. I can't do the armor stacker. It goes against my own nature. I don't like stat stacking builds, honestly. And this is not a stat stacking build. It is a well-rounded build. I talked too much yesterday. I get excited talking to Galen. I noticed that I get so excited. I'm like a kid again. I don't know if he finds it annoying. I hope he doesn't, because he's obviously very patient when he listens to me, and I'm not patient. I'm just like, I'm talking over him all the time. I'm not. The funny thing is, I don't even realize it. You know, if you watched yesterday's stream, like talking to Galen, at first I'm calm and composed, and I lose that quick talking to him. Because honestly, I'm just excited. I can't wait to. You know, there is a strong desire just to be understood. I'm serious. There's a strong desire to understand people that you like, and then there's a strong desire, maybe even stronger, depending, to be understood by people, right? But you can never get that from everybody. That's impossible. Everyone's people, you know. But when you find someone that does understand you, it's precious. It's precious. Not only do they understand you, but they have their own experiences and ways of thinking that maybe intrigue you. Hey, come on, Connie. Sit down. Sleep. Come on. Oh, every morning, I swear to God, like, the best thoughts come to me in the morning. It's like my mind organized them overnight while sleeping. And in the morning, they're clear as day. This doesn't last. It doesn't last. The afternoon's bad. I hate afternoons. I hate them. I know why the Spanish have siestas. Afternoons suck. It's like you feel tired. I don't know. Afternoons, to sleep, have sex. I don't know. Do not do work in the afternoons, usually, I think. It's really bad. Really. Ideally, everyone, like, in the afternoons goes off and just has sex with somebody. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I think everyone would be a lot more productive, but hey, can't do that, can we? Morning though, oh man, mine is focused, I feel. You can organize shit. Okay, what to do? So, first of all, I reorganize some of these notes. And I can read them. I just cleaned it up. Did I delete the cost part? Uh-oh. Hee hee. There we go. Okay. Cost. Probably people keep asking me about this. Put it up here. You know what? I dumped Twitch. I'm sorry. Twitch is asking me to dump my bitrate, and I like the higher bitrate. I'm not being a bitrate snob. It looks better on YT. The other thing about Twitch I do not like is how they try to game the system so hard they egg you on with, like, yo, achievement this, achievement that. It's like, I thought it's a young man's world, Twitch is. I'm not young. I like YT. YT is just generically good. I'm not into the whole meme cultures as much as I was before. It's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's funny. It's just I'm not into it so much. it kind of loses its effect on you as you get older. It's funny, but I like to think I'm making Google my little bitch by using it this way. Because here's how I think about it, okay? Why is Google offering you all these services for free? It's free, for crying out loud. They offer you free storage. I don't know how much bandwidth this is taken up on their servers. To have anybody, you can be a complete nobody and stream to them at like, is this 10,000 Ks, 10 megabits, right? Holy, do you know the server cost is like astronomical? It all works if you're going to serve ads, all right? If they are an advertising company, someone said this, plain and simple, and I quote, Google is an advertising company. Yes, in the end, that's how they make their money. They do this by offering essential internet services to people. That's it. Search, video consumption, just videos, and now streaming. I'm not a doomer. I think Twitch will always have a niche for people who love the memes, who love the culture. It's a culture thing. But YT is just very generic. It's colorless. It's like neutral. It's like, here it is, take it for what it is. Like it, don't like it, you know? I like it though. I like that colorless form. It feels like a utility service to me. Anyway, I said I feel like I'm making Google my bitch. I'm not, okay? They win no matter what. They're too smart. But I mean, like, maybe I'll put it this way. I'm less of a bitch for them than... What I mean by that is, since I don't make any money doing this, they don't make any money from me. Okay, I'm just a liability. I mean, this is not true. They might think people who do watch this might be led to watch other people who are also, it's all part of a network anyway, right? They're going to be the people who do make the money and the people who are like the... So, you know, from my point of view, I'm just taking up their bandwidth, their storage space. They're giving me a little space for me on the internet to like rant, vent, and even offer sometimes useful content, it seems, because people do appreciate this build that I'm running and they want to copy it sometimes. I don't know. Some, not many. What does Google get from me? Nothing, apparently, financially. Maybe some network traffic, who knows? Maybe I drag them away from Twitch, I don't know. But, yeah. But I'll tell you what though. The moment I cave in to the pressures of getting views for money, I'm their bitch now. A little bit. Because don't you think you're working for them in some capacity? They're egging you on, man. There is a inspiration tab on any streamer's little, you know, control center thing. That's going to tell you in a very suggestive way. Suggestive, not forcing you. Come on. Like, come on, let's change those. Let's change those thumbnails, man. Because, yo, you know, they're not, you got the impressions, you don't got the clicks though. Some makeup, huh? Mascara, eyeliner. I don't mean like literally. I mean that's what a girl does to get attention, right? Sex it up a bit, you know? And then your titles, man. You ain't using things like best, number one, and etc. etc. They're egging you on, just in a very low key way. Play the game, like Jazzer says. Play the game, man. Gotta play the game, right? It's just a game. Don't take it too seriously, I guess. But I can't do it. You know why? Because why don't I? I'm not trying to be elitist. It's just if I look at my own channel and see those kind of things, I get disturbed. That's it. I don't mind on other people's channels. It's okay. As long as it's like, I understand, you know. But on my own channel, I want to, quote unquote, keep it old school clean. Like from the 90s, man. That's it. It's just personal taste. That's all it is. It's nothing else. I should play the game, but I won't do it out of principle. Who knows? When I'm homeless, struggling, can't afford things to eat, I'll change my mind for sure. If I still had a girl, badgering me every day about money, then I might change my mind. Anyway, speaking on topics I was thinking about this morning. Here. Oh, first. I realize this every morning I wake up. I just can't wait. I can't wait to get down, log into POE, and just start streaming. Oh, man. I'm like, this has been going on for 2 months now, 3 months, and I can't stop. In fact, not only can I not stop, I'll put it to you this way. If Google decides to cut the cord tomorrow, no more streaming on YT. Government laws, okay? This will never happen. But I mean, I'm just hypothetically. How bad is it? It's bad for me. It's bad. I'd go to Twitch. I'd embrace Twitch in full capacity. Twitch goes down too. Streaming is dead. No more streaming. Yeah, I'm a little fucked. And I'll tell you why. This thing has been so good for my health. Like mental health overall. I can't explain it. Like I said before, I initially thought this is a very anxiety-inducing activity. And it was. But once you get over it, the initial hump, it is the most wonderful thing ever. I'm not kidding. I mean, like, I'm not saying everyone should be a streamer. You don't have to be. I think if you're really busy with IRL stuff, you should not ever start this stuff. But I think even now, if I got busy with IRL stuff again, I would never stop doing this. It's too fun. I mean, maybe I would. It depends, right? I suppose it's like you either get the talking to someone feeling and being understood feeling from someone like your wife, or you get it from a stream. It's weird, but like to compare the two. But as having both, it's kind of similar. I don't know. Am I comparing streaming to having a spouse? In a way, yes. In a way, yes. It is like that, a little bit. Except, there's differences, obviously. Which I won't go into fully here, but there's a lot of differences. Just that it seems to kind of satiate the same part of the mind. Like every day, there are actually pros to the streaming thing, and there's also cons. But I mean, but it centers the mind, And for one thing, I actually have less anxiety doing this, right? Less rewards, probably, but less anxiety. So yeah. All right, other topic. Oh, I talked about this yesterday. Money. Money, fucking money. I tell you what, man. Money. What did they tell you? In Elden Ring, I love this line. Who says it to you? Is it Margit? Morgoth? Just foul, tarnished, emboldened by the flame of ambition. As if it's a bad thing. Like you scumbag, full of ambition. Yeah. I mean... Oh. Where's my fucking music? Too loud. In the morning, too loud. 5% volume. Whoa. Something more chill. That's not chill. Wait. Gotta get some chill music in here. It's not chill. Best one is Act 2. This one. Hell yeah. Oh, this one turned up a bit. I love the Act 2 Caravan music. It's wonderful. Fantastic. Okay, one thing, I was discussing this with Galen at length. Things like new iPhones being priced the way they are. And just to, first of all, the number one thing about money, to my mind, that floats up is housing costs. This bugs me to no end. It does. When I see the real estate like fucking craze that's like going on overall around the world, speculation, all that shit, yeah, it makes me sick. It does. You don't need gigantic homes. You don't. But neither do you want to live in a neighborhood where you have the smallest home out of a bunch of gigantic homes, do you? So it's like home size inflation. I had a friend back in Toronto. He was the smartest dude ever. He said, when we were growing up, you just had inflation. You just had generic inflation. Let's do that. Just, generic cost of things are kind of rising a bit, right? Then we had like education inflation. Like, it's no longer good enough you're a high school grad. Look it up in the history. That was good enough many decades ago. University was really a specialized thing you go to. Then now university is standardized. You know who loves that? You know who's rolling in the bank? Like rolling around on the beach in some fucking tropical country every summer break and living it up? Fucking university people, administrators, head. Man, you guys just keep coming to my fucking institution like begging for the fucking degrees? Okay, let's charge more. Still coming? Okay, let's charge even more. Okay, now the Chinese are coming too. Wow. They're not guilty of anything. It's probably just shit we were running in. And now it's like money's flying in from everywhere. Because companies are demanding degrees. And, I know Chinese parents are the most complicit in this one. The race to the fucking top. All that does is just increase the baseline, my man. It increases the baseline. What's next? I think, thankfully, it may have stopped at master's. Okay? Like, you really care about a master's degree? In Taiwan, I know they do. Joke is PhD stands for pretty huge dick. Yeah. Not yeah. Like, what do you think? When I hear PhD, I hear snob. Unless they stay within the academia and they're just doing a lot of research. They're not snob. They need it because they're a professor, But they come out touting it like a weapon. Yeah, snob, right? I'm going to review my own experience, okay? How important was graduating from Comp Sci from U of T? People respect it. I've had people go like this in Japan. Rin-san, Toronto 大学? だって世界7位だよ. They say things like, wow, you're a U of T grad? Like, it's like ranked like 14th in the world or some shit like that. Okay, thanks for the love, I guess. But honestly, I think you've got your fucking image twisted there. I know you can't see past that, which is sad, honestly. It's sad. They look lost to me, honestly. But maybe not. Maybe I'm the lost one. I don't know who's lost here. It all depends on the context. Are you vying for your child's success and like looking at this in admiration, because I can give you an accurate evaluation of what the degree gave me. First of all, the smart guy, he talked about things like inflation. Okay, so now we have, first it was what? It was just inflation in general. Okay, your orange juice $2 to $3, whatever. Then you had house size inflation. I mean, just, it's not good enough to have a one story. You gotta have two story. And then it's not good enough to have this, you gotta have that size. Now it's McMansions and like, okay, then you have car inflation. Okay, used to be having an Audi, BMW was, holy shit, man, you drive a Beamer? Now, in Toronto, that's standard, man. This is sick. Don't people see past this? It's the people laughing and making bank are the people making the cars. Obviously. They just can't get enough of the stupidity. They love it. I've heard my neighbors say, I have a fucking Beamer. Why? Because look, man, you can't go up to a business meeting in a fucking Nissan. Or a Mazda. I took that personally. He said, I can't show up to a business meeting driving a Mazda. What the fuck is wrong with Mazda cars? They're good. I have one. What's wrong with them? You need the leather seats? I tell you, man, leather seats suck. At least in tropical countries. They do. Do not ever get them in They will fucking destroy your life. I'm serious. Don't ever do this. Okay? There's a reason why it's fake leather and shit. It's because it's practical. Anyway, gonna calm down a bit because it gets me really, really upset. Okay, that smart guy though, he said this to me though, which got to me. He said, "Life's not fair." Life's not fair, he said. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I graduated engineering science. I'm sorry, from U of T. This was the elite degree. No, ain't good enough. You're comp sci. Comp sci is the lowest rank. Then it's comp eng. That's like A tier. Okay. Then the S tier is engineering science. You are studying 80 hours a fucking week. Okay. You want to become like the god of engineering. But he didn't achieve godhood. He cleared it, by the way. He studied 80 hours a week. In my mind, a little bit of a schmuck, honestly, for doing this. His parents did that to him, though. They egged him on like crazy, okay? And he ends up working for P&G, doing, I don't know, systems engineering. And he says, I don't get it, right? Because I did all that shit, and I where's the money? Where's the fame? Where am I? Where's my entourage? Where's the army of young girls who can't stop, like, fighting over each other to get, have sex with me? Yeah, it ain't there. Look, man, in all fairness, he leads a very good life. By some standards, I guess. Actually, no, he doesn't. Well, I don't know. Maybe now it's different. I don't know. This guy, I don't know, man. His story is it resonates with me so much. He married the girl of his dreams, from when I could gather, from China. But that girl of his dreams then became his wife, who then hated his fucking parents because what his parents did to his wife. When I saw him last in Toronto, he was the only guy I wanted to see, honestly. He was the only guy. I wanted to see him, because I don't know, I like him. I don't know what it is. He said some mean shit about me in my time, but I thought, well, I like people like that. They say it not from a place of, I want to fuck you, like, I want to fucking kill you, or not kill you, I want to bury you in the ground, but more like, yo, have you ever checked the mirror for this? Like, so he's like all the things that I'm not, right? Anyhow, he looked worn out, and he confessed to me, saying, like, he had a lot of white hair, gray hairs. Like, he did look worn out. And he said to me this one line I'll never forget. It almost drove me to tears. He said, when will this all end? And at the time, I was like, because I was still with, like, a really fucking awesome girl, okay? She was pretty. She was cute. She was everything you ever want. And I was with my one of my daughters. I had a good time going back to Toronto. But when he said that, that struck a chord with me. When will this ever end? Like, what do you mean? It's like all of this, the grind. I guess you want to say, when will this ever end? Because he's done it in engineering, and then after he got married, now he's doing it in real life. He grinded the corporate ladder. He grinded this, and this, and he looks fucking beat. From all I can remember is he bought his parents a fucking home. I don't know who the hell does that. I don't know what kind of parents demand that from their children. That is sickening, honestly. But he did that. His wife doesn't want to live with them, so he bought his wife a home. I don't know. What's that fucking meme they put on the internet these days? Where's Chrome? I don't know. What? I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, this one. Like this, okay? It really made me feel like this. Counter thought. Tell them how to fuck off. Your parents and your wife. Not your wife. Your wife you should keep. Your parents. Just tell them to fuck off. They've gotten enough from their investment. That's what I'm saying. Just stop it. And end that parasitic relationship. You can't though. He's a. People will say he's a quote unquote good man. I have no further comment on this one. But if you're a parent and your son is driven to the point where he's confessing to his friend, when will this ever end? I'd back the fuck off from the nice houses, okay? Just back the fuck off. Just back it. Just stop. Live in a mediocre house and just be happy with it. I'm serious. If you've got climate control, it's not in a neighborhood where people are shooting each other with guns and shit. It's quiet enough. There's some nature outside. Just don't look at other people's houses. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. Just back the fuck off. I'm telling you. I would. The life of me, I'd never expect a single dime from my children. Okay? Never. It's sickening to do that. Who the fuck? I don't know. I don't want to talk more about this. I guess if you're really fucking poor, I mean, whatever. You're basically transferring the burden of wealth acquisition onto your offspring. In other words, I wash my hands clean of this burden. It's on my offspring. I think that's the mentality. I think it's sick. But whatever. I have money, I guess, so I can talk about it like this. The way I am now, I would rather experience the depths of poverty. No, I take it back. Okay, so this is what I think about money. The one thing I can't stand about poverty is shelter. Honestly, that's the one thing I can't. I can stand shitty food, honestly. I mean, when I say shitty, I mean like it doesn't taste that great, but it's not like, I don't mean like McDonald's every day. That's horrible. That's really bad. I mean like, you don't get to eat like fancy food. Like, you don't get to eat this. Where is it? Where's Google? Fuck it, man. Where the hell is Google? I don't want to mess up my tabs because then it gets so confusing. So I use a different browser. What was it again? Okay. If you get upset because you can't eat artisan food in a plate that's way too big for it, I'd cut this out of your life first. I've done this too. It's stupid. I've been to restaurants here that are allegedly 5-star, blah blah blah. The waiter literally comes over to your fucking table and explains the food. They stop you. You can't dive in. You're hungry. No, you have to sit there and wait for them to explain the fucking food, like why it's arranged this way. Where does the shrimp come from? And then when you taste it, it's just shrimp inside. Really, you don't taste godhood. It's just regular food. And you're gonna pay dearly for this. Okay? If this is what you're upset about, back the fuck off. It's not worth it. Like, even... It's... Yeah. Is this good? And what I think is the most sickening part of 5-star is they try to obfuscate. They try to confuse... What's the word called? This one. This one. Yes, there you go.
Obfuscate.
Oh, in British. Obfuscate. They try to make obscure, unclear, or unintelligible. They try to obfuscate the food. Native lobster, roasted heritage carrots, carrot puree, and butter. Okay, fuck this. It sounds delicious. This is an art form. How to make food sound better than it actually is. Native lobster? Explain. Explain. What is non-native lobster? You mean native to this? But what if you live in a shitty lobster area? It's bad. What's heritage carrots? Explain. What does heritage mean? Puree. Puree just, it sounds nice because it's got a French accent in it. It just means, what? It got blended down with a blender. If you send your kids to Harvard for this, back the fuck off, is what I'm saying. Just back the fuck off. This might taste good. So does bread and butter. Or like a simple, I swear to God, fried eggs, sunny side eggs with soy sauce. It tastes fucking awesome. It doesn't look awesome, but it tastes fucking awesome. Okay? I mean, of the things that I miss, this is the last on the list. And if the girl you're with is wanting this, I'd ditch her as fast as I could, honestly. It's sick, this world. Even once in a while. You know why? It only tastes good. And it's only good because in the back of your mind, a shit ton of other people can't have this. And you're getting it. That's where the pleasure comes from. It's sick. It's basically exclusivity pleasure. You and your girl, and your kids, possibly, and a bunch of other people in your clique are the only ones able to access this. That's why it's elevated to a godhood status. You don't need it. You don't need this. I'm happy to eat bread, butter, simple foods, really. As long as it's not fucking chemically altered all the time. Which gets to me so bad. I have a whole beef against fucking chemically altered foods. It just drives me insane. You know? You can't avoid it. If you want simple foods, it's kind of expensive actually. Anyway, but the real thing is shelter. Oh man. I confessed to a friend once. I feel guilty. This is why. Yeah, I mean, I got this house now, you know? I own it, right out, no mortgage, and I feel bad because, like, you know, I feel like I overspent. And he's like, no, man, Terry, man, your house ain't that big. I got insulted. Like, okay, thank you. It's modest. It's okay. You know, there's a lot of other, like, terrible shit out there anyway. Kind of put my mind at ease a bit, right? But this fucking place cost me over $1 million all combined. I kid you not. It's all thanks to Steve Jobs. Why does a home like this cost $1 million? I will never understand. I won't. It's insane. It's not even a big house. It's the land cost that's eating up all of it. The labor cost from building it again from scratch. I can easily imagine an alternate universe, different economy, where this house that I'm living in is only like fucking 200 grand at most. Seriously. Nope, $1 million. And that was 10 years ago when, luckily for me, I don't know what the hell happened, the land price was at an all-time low in that time period. And the Japanese yen was doing very well in terms of its value. Today, This could be 2 million. It's sickening thought that I consider this to be standard shelter. Standard. It's a detached home, which I think is important. Wasteful, perhaps, but important. Look, people say detached homes, so you get all this shit like it's not economic, it's wasteful and all that. Dude, everyone lived in detached homes in the ancient eras, I think. Okay? It's... Knowing what I know now, as long as I get good food delivered to me, I don't care if I lived in the boonies or whatever. I don't. But, whatever. It's too expensive. Oh, but why? Why is it expensive? I think a lot of it's speculation. Competing real estate investors. I'm talking about people who buy up land for speculation purposes. They want to sell it later at a higher price. They jack it up. Flippers. Should they rot in hell? Maybe. Should they rot in hell if they're trying to support their child with cancer? Maybe. Still, yes, maybe. They should. They should. I don't know. I don't know economics. So, I don't know. All I know is whatever. Is this why everyone's playing the game? As I said in Thank You for Smoking, everyone does what they do because of a mortgage. This is not true today, of course. I'm saying that shelter, desire for decent shelter, drives all this crazy behavior. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm fucking wrong, just tell me. Tell me. Is this wrong? Not just shelter. Shelter. Food. Yes. Next need enough. Being understood. Appreciated. Okay. No, my friend was very smart. He said, just people. I'm describing a village. Okay, village, ancient village. Seems to satisfy everything. I'm serious. It's hilarious to say this, but it does. But what's the problem? What's the problem of ancient villages? First, no internet. I'm so fucking stupid. I don't know. It's PITA to get food. Yeah, you have to fish. I don't know. No aircon? These are things that just come to my head, okay? Vulnerable to attacking bears. I don't know. I honestly have no clue because I've never experienced living in a fucking in ancient times in a village. I don't know. It's like maybe it's this theory that if you try to eliminate one problem, another crops up anyway. Is that what it is? Oh my god, I mean like no electricity. There's a lot of problems with an ancient village. Oh, there's a lot of problems. Storms, nature will tear down your house. Can I rank these problems? Because number 1, you're gonna die. 2, you're gonna lose your home. 3, 4 are related. They're basically connected anyway. Oh, this is pretty good. No. This is 3. I mean, you can't get food, you're gonna die. gonna die. So the ones that make you that you're gonna die are the worst. Then 4. These are all the same. These are all the same. There you go. It goes in Maslow. Need for security. Food. And then comfort. And then after you have satisfied this, then you can move on to this one. Yeah. Right. This is, I think, implicitly by living in ancient village. I think you live in a nice little communal village that tries to survive against these things. Perhaps these things are given as, these are free. Maybe that's why those poor places that have all these problems on the lower tiers actually have the second tier satisfied more readily, because you live so close to everyone else, right? And then of course the last tier, which is basically fulfilling your legacy, self-image, highest tier, right? These people have no safety issues. They're surrounded by loved ones. Now they want to fulfill a legacy, an image of themselves, right? This one, you can't do in a village. Not enough people. Honestly, what the hell you want to fulfill in a village? Be the top fisherman amongst 10 people? Doesn't seem like much of an accomplishment. Anyway, I want to save this. It's just temporarily. The great thing about streaming, it's saved anyway. And so, over all of this mess comes $1 million homes. Crazy. I mean, it really does speak to how deadly nature attacking bears and how difficult it is to get food. Food is huge. Food is huge. I remember this really crazy thought. I read this in a very academic book, so I don't doubt the nature. It says agriculture created the idea of work. I swear to God, work was not even an existing concept before during hunting era. It's true. What is work? Work is basically, what is the definition of work? Block of time allocated to do something you don't want to do but have to in order to survive. Is this correct? Significant block of time allocated to something to do you don't want to do, right? This was not a thing with the hunting era. This had to do with because farming was labor intensive. If you want to negotiate with nature and say, I'm going to eat grains like bread, corn, those kind of crops, right? But do you know, agriculture is weird in that by having systematic growing of crops, that it invited like all these weird problems like pests. I don't know, like a lot of issues that you have to deal with. I'm not even familiar. I've never been on a farm myself, but like it seemed like Mother Nature isn't in favor of systematic agriculture. That's how I felt too. You know, it's like humans are imposing their orderly world on what is essentially a chaotic world, right? In a sense. And because of this, people have to work. Like they have to dedicate all their life to like, okay, so I don't want to deal with the hunting problem, right? So what's the problem with hunting? I mean, hunting is like it's RNG. I don't know. It's dangerous. You could get killed. It's RNG is probably the biggest one. You know, always facing risk of starvation every year. I would imagine heavy competition. You know, maybe the rivals will kill all the. You know, it's very. You know, extremely dog eat, literally dog eat dog world, right? So let's eliminate this problem. You have agriculture now. You don't have to do that anymore. Everyone can just, you know, it's great times, right? And I believe this gave birth to marriage. Honestly, I mean, the concept of it, man, woman unite to basically to survive, really. Okay, survive, birth to labor force. Again, all in the name of agriculture. Because you don't want to deal with the shit that is hunting. I'm guessing that's what it is. Yeah. You compare the marriage from that time as a necessity. People, you need that woman. That woman needs you. You need your kids. Makes sense, right? Nowadays, you kind of wonder, well, what's the point? I mean, now it's wedding rings. You know, who had the blingiest wedding party? Did you invite Maroon 5 to sing at your party? The most lavish wedding dress. This idea, like when I think of marriage, this is what things comes to my mind. I think of divorce. I think of no more sex. I think of life starts to suck. I think of men retreat into their own world. I think of women bitching. Where's the money? Get off your ass. Get to fucking work. I think of the woman stops putting on makeup at home. I think of, I'm just spouting out, it just comes to me. Think of, what else? Oh, yeah. It's really complicated if you don't like it, don't like the deal. It is. Woman gets half of your money. I think of what experience. You don't need, you, instead of wanting to be with each other, you now have to. I think of also affairs. I think of in-law disagreements, as you now you have to deal with each other's families, which is God sickeningly awful. You know, watch Meet the Parents for a light-hearted take on it. What else? So, to sum it up, it's basically competition. Oh no, wait. I think this is what in my mind. For the blingiest wedding party, did you invite Maroon 5? It's woman seeks attention, status. Look at the prize I got. Man. Complies because only way to continue having sex with her, honestly. Um, think about it this way: if there are five women, just think of the other extreme example. There are five women who they're really young and beautiful, and they always want to have sex with you at every given turn. You can pick every day. They're so desperate for your love, whatever. Would you marry one of them? Honestly, would you? Is that why DiCaprio? I don't. Is he married today? Never got married. I don't know. I'm talking about a loop. Okay. No, I could be completely off base here. This is what's in my mind. So if there's any corrections to be made, I'll correct it, as long as it seems like reasonable. And the rest of it is just my own personal experience, honestly. What I've heard, what I've experienced, what I've seen with my own eyes. I'm trying to disassociate the image and pressure and what you read on the internet, or not on the internet. You read this on the internet all the time. What the social expectation has been put on in our minds from movies, shows, and all that. There's anxiety. If I don't live up to a husband's role, she will rip you apart. It's not true when you're going out with her. You have the power, because if you dump her, she's gone, right? You know. Now she has leverage, right? It gives women leverage over the man. I can't see it any other way, honestly. As in, the woman generally depreciates. I'm sorry to make it faster, because the majority of her value is in her appearance. Yeah. I don't tell you, man. There's exceptions, of course. Just generally this is the case. So it acts as insurance. It sounds brutal, right? I'm calling it for what it is. This is what I see. I have no intention I have no agenda other than just seeking a clearer understanding of what it is. I felt I was under high anxiety. Don't live up. But you know what the thing is, though? This brings me to the next point, which is change that happens slowly over time. Okay, women do not just instantly become like this the following day after. No, they don't. They do it over time. Okay, as they realize you've lost power, and you will lose power. I believe you do lose a lot of power. As they see it, they then start pushing their, as they say, emboldened by the flame of matrimony. Not ambition anymore. Okay, like emboldened by the flame of matrimony, they will start pushing their territory outwards and taking over your shit. Right? What was a damn joke from the movie Traffic? They said, why are women named after hurricanes? Okay? Because when they arrive, they are wet and wild. When they leave, they take away your house and car. I mean, it's stupid joke, dumb, or maybe not that dumb. Okay? As in, maybe there's a truth to it that cannot be said out loud for fear of repercussions from forces unknown. But told as a stupid joke from an actor in a movie, nobody bats an eye. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Seriously. From this is the conclusion that when women demands lavish wedding, I get worried. Right? Is she using sexual access as leverage? DiCaprio never got married. Have to ask the man himself. We'll never know. Anxiety. If I don't know, yes, very true. I get anxiety owing people money. I get anxiety owing a woman a duty from which she can deny sexual access, attention, and just everything, basically. So how do you fight against this? Keep a steady supply of female friends, female sexual mates, not potential mates, whom you just say are friends, but everyone knows who they really are, aka competition, to keep your wife honest about her power position. Keep them around. From what I experienced, if you are caught between two women, it is stressful but beneficial to you. They will compete like animals to win you over. This is true, aka jealousy. I think jealousy fires women up like nothing else, and in fact turns them on heavily, and may even sexually excite them, honestly. Like, and they may not even like it. This is true from what I've experienced. I've seen them when they're insanely jealous. They put on a shitload of makeup and they just go to war with the other woman, not you. The funny thing is, they don't go after you. You think I'm complicit, I'm the bad guy here. Nah. They go after the other woman. They are at war. And they get fired up. Okay? Like, they get fired up like crazy. And Reckful said it best in a very low-key way, laughing. Jealousy is perhaps how most relationships start. This is true. I agree. I do. It is. And in fact, I've also known this, that women love to go after someone who's already in a relationship. I don't know why this is. I think it's because they want to offload the burden of, is he worth it, to someone else. That's what I think. I'm never gonna know. I'm not a woman, but I don't want a woman who's in a relationship. That's fucking horrible. What a piece, like, what a mess, you know. I don't know why this is. This is really true. I've heard things though that I think tier 1 is target someone with a girlfriend. Basically, I beat a girlfriend. And tier 2 is even worse, is target someone who's married with a wife. I can break marriages. These are very power inducing, right? It's basically testament to my beauty and appeal, validating my power, I would think. Is this wrong? This is what I've experienced. I don't think, he didn't say perhaps. He just said like this. Jealousy is how most relationships start, which I agree with. So, can you engineer jealousy? You know. Anyway. I don't like misspelled words. Testament. It looks bad. Women generally appreciate faster. Look, the way you do this is you imagine that person you're with. If she was ugly, if she lost half her face, would you still stay with her? That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, and yeah, I'm a scumbag. In most cases I would say no. What's left is not worth staying with. It's just the way it is. No, wait. Not this one. There it is. There it is. Maybe I'm not mature enough, but I can't. This is a good picture, but I mean, this is I'm not shitting on anything. I'm just saying, this sells. This gets clicks. This, my monkey brain says click, 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 click. This is, oh, click off. This is how it. That's the way it is. Literally. Sorry, I used a song title. That's the way it is. You can't fight it. This is the way it's en masse in the world. When men are behind their monitors, that's what it is. Yes, you can virtue signal and say, you know what? I see how beautiful she is, even with as she ages. Yeah, sure. Good for you. But I click on this. I don't click on this. Okay? She has a wonderful voice. I've said it before. Her voice is godly. Even with age, but you know, I'm just saying. When I write this, I'm not trying to be a jerk. This is how it is. If I am wrong, correct me. How can you correct this? This is someone's conclusion after living life. Whatever. Anyway, that's a long rabbit hole. Because you know why that it's that bad? It's because there's too much, for me at least, there's too much confusion about this. The dynamic between men and women. And what's the truth, right? Well, the truth can be whatever it is for different people and their own experiences. And it changes throughout life as well. If I read this when I'm 25, I'm like, this is a jerk. At 25, I read this. Is that what you're thinking? You are a fucking, like, douchebag. You know, that would hurt when I'm 25 hearing that. But at my age, I think I can take that easy. I say, okay, your opinion is noted. It's all I can say. This is just how I've experienced life so far. And if my son ever comes for advice, this is the model I would give him. I would, in all honesty. You might say that's going to screw him up. I don't think so. I think as growing up, I wanted the inside track. Okay? I wanted it, and no one offered it to me. In fact, I had to go to dumb sites like... Dumb? I don't see if it's that dumb. Like AskMen.com for advice on how to... Literally just how to get women. I'm not alone. Elon Musk allegedly faced same problem. Growing up, asking friends literally how to get women. Okay? And when you go to AskMen.com and not your father, this is going to ask you for a lot of money. Okay? Your father is not. Right? Not I had to go dumb. I went to. Yeah. Anyway. This is what I experienced. The whole block of here. It's all messed up. It has to be like made into a concise format. Alright. And that's why I changed slowly over time. Which then brings me to GGG and Tencent. Something else that's a little cleaner. Okay? Currently what I learned was Tencent operates. I think it's Tencent now. China's POE. Okay, 1. Will operate POE 2 in 0.30. Very different game. For quote unquote. No, I won't put quotes. For the different Chinese market, which allegedly Chinese people don't mind P2Win. It's part of. When I see P2Win, what does P2W mean? Pay to win. Why is it revolting? What is it though? What is pay to win? Pay to win, right? We know what it is, but what does it imply? It's basically like first class on an airplane. You got money, we treat you good. You don't get in the Now, this is not how POE1 is. You don't sit uncomfortably in economy class. You sit happily in the regular class. But when you have a division like this, like this, you got money, we treat you good. But you don't, get the fuck back in the income. This creates jealousy. There it is. There it is. Is this okay? Is this okay? Oh man, I'm gonna get copyright flagged, okay? This is an amazing video. I'm not even gonna watch it. I don't want to get copyrighted for this. Please watch this one. This is so good. Not the TED Talk. Wait. I don't want to. You don't need it. You don't need a TED Talk. You don't need it. Oh, that's copyrighted. Is this copyrighted?
Getting grape and you will see what.
Volume off. Can't be. Look. He's giving him. One guy gets grapes, one guy gets bananas. Look at his reaction. Gives him a banana. Here's more bananas. Eats it, okay? No. Did you see that? You have to watch closely. This monkey is the pay-to-win guy. He bought his mage blood. He bought the bigger home on your block. He has the girls. Whatever. He's using his, he's got lucky. And this guy is sitting there working his ass off for no money. And you give him more money. You give him like a little bit more of it. And he says, what does he say? He says, fuck you. Alright? Fuck you and your banana. Give me what this guy is. Give that. Look at his rage. I mean, maybe he just wants the grapes. But what you're missing from this one, I think previously, they gave them both bananas and they were both content. What made this happen? He started putting the grapes for this guy only. He disrupted the peace between these two by putting inequality in their food. And look at him. Is this poor people? Do poor people feel this inside but can't express it because they're stuck thinking, well, it's my fault I'm poor? Well, this guy, he's living the good life, isn't he? He's a guy. This is the... He's waiting for the grapes. Look at his rage. Look at him. Look at his torture. The man who went to community college. The man whose parents got him to Harvard. Look at that. Look how smug he is. Anyways, that is a monkey experiment. I love it. I think... just type monkey cucumber and grape on YT. I think that it illustrates a base principle, and that is that jealousy is intense. Jealousy is very intense, and Fuck, man. Will you stop skipping the track? Thank you. Okay. So this encapsulates what is going on in people's heads. When I saw that they don't mind this, I'm open to chat with Galen because I know I had it open with him. Easy way to access now these things. Where's Galen? Tim. I'm going to see this one. Okay. This is the post. Fuck, no, don't do this. Okay. China POE has this. Yeah. In the Western world, you block off the right side. The Western world has this. Standard League, Yongjiu, Eternal League, right? And Season 19, right? This is hardcore, I bet. In Chinese version, you have the Great Monkey. You have the Great Monkey option. You want grapes? You got money? Have some grapes. Sit first class. First class treatment in the airplane. Okay? They bring you nice wine. The attendants are nicer to you. They smile, kiss your ass, make you feel like a pro. You get a free gold rim so that you don't have to deal with dying to random LE-res problems. You get gem recommendations because you don't know what the fuck you should do. You get free currency because, hey, you're too busy with the 3 wives and everything. All that jazz. Yeah. Etc. I was very upset over things like the skill planner. They have POB functionality implemented, but they reserve it for the first class citizens. They also have, I thought was really weird. They have this was probably drawn by Tencent, if you ask me. Chinese people drew this. When I see this art, it's drawn by Chinese people and their sensibilities, which makes sense. You want to appeal to them. This Deadeye art, which I think is great. I think she's hot, Deadeye. Honestly, I think these girls are not hot at all. This one's okay, maybe. They're just all generically pretty, which is boring. But it appeals to Chinese taste, I suppose. And the list of garbage goes on and on. They have an auction house that's functional. It works, apparently. Ridiculous. Can we buy Valdo maps like this? Yeah. Costs you $10 every season to play this. However, the catch was, thankfully, that most Chinese people don't even want to do this because there's no people doing this. Okay? There's not enough people playing this league, and people want to play with others. It's a more desperate need to play with other people, of course. The existence of this is a bit disturbing, honestly, that they actually worked on this. It is somewhat disturbing, in all honesty. And I'm glad this is solely for the Chinese market and not in the rest of the world. It would be a disaster if this came out to the rest of the world, honestly. Truly, it's sickening. I don't want to see this on a start screen. I don't want to see it. You know? You know how much easier economy class would be to tolerate if everyone wasn't... Nah, it's not true. Economy class, it just sucks overall. Don't ever walk into first class. It'll make economy a lot harder to put. And by the way, do not ever fly first class unless you have no problem going back to economy. You fly first class once, oh my god. Hard to go back. Okay. Blessed is the man with the woman who does not care first or economy. Truly. Anyway, it's funny because I care. If I had a lot of money, I would fly first class every day, every time. It's so good. I mean, I don't want to. This doesn't. This is a poor way to spend your money, isn't it? First class. If you have shit tons of money, I think first class is worth every penny. Honestly, it's just the comfort that you get. It's just you'd feel scumbag. Just don't look at the economy. You'll feel like horrible about yourself. I think. I would. I don't know. I mean, what would you say to yourself? These people all deserve to fly like this because they're scumbags. They're stupid people who can't make money. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that line. That's questionable if you ask me. I can't. Just don't look at it. That's why they have curtains between them. Don't look at it. Anyway, I'm losing my train of thought here. Back to my train of thought. I can't find it. Right. Wait, no. You see, I don't know why I don't get good shit. Google Chrome gives benefits for web searches. I kid you not. Wealth gap in China. Look, what I get the AI overview. Are you telling me this is some kind of like advantage for using Chrome? I'll take it. It's good. That's why I do this stuff in Chrome and the rest in Firefox, because Chrome gives you advantages for using Google's. Look, China's wealth gap is significant and widening, with the wealthiest families controlling a growing share of the nation's wealth. While China has made strides in poverty reduction, income and wealth inequality have increased, surpassing many Western economies and nearing levels seen in the US. You have a graph from what looks like on the icon and a name, a reputable source. How do you bullshit these numbers? Please come at me if this is bullshit. US, China. Although, wow. When a country's poor overall, it's the Gini coefficient, right? Tracks inequality. You read about that. The Gini coefficient is going to be like a strong indicator for instability in the nation. As in, leader doesn't keep it together, it's going to explode. All right? You're going to have the monkey situation. Wealthy man. Poor man. Although the monkey's not holding it back, the poor man has to hold it all inside him. And honestly, if you're a female monkey, do you want to date this monkey or that one? Doesn't this monkey looks more confident, smug, calmer, and if you offer her sexual services, you'll have a piece of those grapes. Do you want to date this guy? He's always angry at shit. I don't know. Look, cleavage, huh? This is why I can't stand YouTube anymore. My eyes instantly go to cleavage, yummy, but no. Okay, look at this. Look at this. What does it tell you? This tells me there are whales in China. There are whales upon whales with so much money they don't even know how to spend it. Take it from them, then. Take it from them, right? That's what it says. This is not good for the US either, huh? This is a small but somewhat increasing problem. This is a serious problem. Generally speaking, right? I remember reading this in a book. Look at this map. It's not. This is a better one that illustrates it. Look at this. Look at this. Right? The ocean. Yeah. Wealth. Inequality. There are people here too. Just how do you not get the monkey problem? Bananas, grapes. Bananas and grapes. Bananas and grapes. Yes? Bananas and grapes. We don't want these banana monkeys to get angry. Control the internet. Restrict flow. Do not let them see too much of the good life they're living. The Tesla cars, at the end, who is laboring in the fields for the crops to feed the people who live here? The bourgeois, right? Your Tencent, your game, played by all sorts of people. Well, let's extract more money from these people. In retrospect, it may not even be so evil, but even a noble thing, wouldn't it? I'd take from the whales, invest it back in the game, so that you guys have a better game experience. Yes, is that an excuse? No. GGG has managed to make it work so far without doing something as heavy-handed as a pay-to-win league. It's not even a pay-to-win league. You don't pay to win anything, are you? Because there still exists a league where there is no RMT, quote-unquote, officially. It's more like a first-class league. That is actually it kind of sounds boring, doesn't it? A league only with the you want to play with everyone else, don't you? Poor or rich. It's what makes it fun. Yeah. Well, I think to a leader who runs China, this is a problem. Anyway, okay. Back. That's it. And what finally as a conclusion thing. Watch this video. At long last, Connor Combers has released his update video for the Mana Stacker. Not Mana Stacker, the Aura Stacker. Hello?
Hello, this is one minute left. Been a little while since the last update, but I've got the Aura Stacker kind of ramping up. This isn't going to be the final form video. This is probably the second to last update, but my budget now is up to like 8 mirrors. So it's finally starting to kind
mirrors?
of like a real endgame build. We're at like Moon Eater levels.
Moon Eater.
Levels. I'll kind of go over some of the things I've finalized or settled on since the last video. Upgrades I've got. I'll go over my new mercenary setup.
Moon Eater.
Any updates since the last video, but there will likely be one final upgrade where I get like all the mirror items. I have like 22 KS and all that stuff, but for now, let's just start off nice. I have about like, I don't know, do I have it open? I don't. No, I do. I got like 2.1 billion DPS. There
what?
We got a lot of damage.
How'd you POE? What?
Time for that part of the video. Anyways, let's do a quick Uber XR.
It's comical because
Right.
he does this as default, doesn't he?
We'll get a true test here. Ready?
Let's see this.
I'm gonna point away from him, and I'm gonna flip around and watch this. Ready? Go.
It's comical.
I think I beat a quarter second. He's 375 with Merc. That was around a quarter second. But there's
That
like
is
a little
fast.
bit of,
That is
cramp
what?
or whatever.
What?
But this is 2 billion. We do damage. And I've kind of been modifying this character a little bit to go into Valdo's maps. I've made a lot of money doing Valdo's maps. I've made... I made a mirror yesterday. I've made 6 mirrors in 8 days.
It must be a me problem
But
then.
I had 2 days, including today, where I made no money. And then I had like 6 days where I made 1 mirror in a day. And it really just comes down to like if you have a good map with good margins.
That's true.
And then I usually just buy that all out, and then I run out and I have to switch.
Is that why they're all gone?
But
Fuck,
I'll show off
man.
a couple Valdo's maps I've been doing a lot of. I've been doing a lot of Voices maps, as you can see.
Is that good?
And unfortunately, I do not have a 1 passive Voices yet. I've had 3 passives. I'm unlucky on both. So I haven't been doing great on this. I have been doing really good on Light of Meanings. I made a mirror yesterday on Light of Meanings. But these are 2 maps I've been doing, and I'll kind of just show off some Ghosted Feared. Ghosted Feared is one of the highest tiers of content in the game.
Hey, if you say that, you can do this for like 500D, okay? Ghosted Feared is not that hard. This map, Haunted Mansion, I do on stream all the time. For 500D, it becomes an auto win. You don't have to think anymore. You don't need an 8 mirror build to do this. So that part is a bit... I think, is he suggesting you need an 8 mirror build to do this? This map is not that impressive to clear, honestly.
It's harder hitting than anything in Tier 17 maps.
That's
like,
true.
After you do Ghosted Feared maps for a while, if you go back into like Risk 17s, it feels like a complete joke.
Kind of.
Yes. So this is a map I did like 100 of yesterday.
100?
Maybe 120.
How do you tolerate it?
I was getting to the point where I was doing them in like 90 seconds.
At a speed.
Quad ghosted.
Oh, because it's speed.
2 meter Union of Souls on a not very good layout map, Haunted Mansion, and I was doing these in like...
I'm sorry, Haunted Mansion is an amazing layout. What do you mean not good layout? This is a great map. This is one of my it's tight, condensed. You finish it quick because it's not big. You want a bad map? Do the fucking Forbidden Woods. I have a clip yesterday on the stream. You are walking around the fucking map for 20 goddamn minutes because you don't want... Where's the last rare? This is a fantastic map, Haunted Mansion.
95 seconds.
S tier. S tier. Light of Meaning map.
These are a little harder. It's got the added delirium and, power.
This is a hard map. I failed it before. 600D, you can clear this map. But, I mean, I wouldn't do it.
Charges whatever and rare mods, but...
The Delirious and Touched.
There's been harder maps I've been doing, but I'll get to the Merc setup right now. So, I had the Striker here with, like, the dual Nebulock trying to live, but it got to the point where I'm, like, really crazy Ghosted Feared with, like, Deli and Shrines and Risk mods and all that, like... He started to just die a little too much, so I went for a tankier setup that's like equivalent damage. So I actually swapped over to an Earthshaker, and I've got this guy. I still have the Determination. I don't really care about the Vitality, because when you have 20k ES, like the 300 regen isn't that big of a deal. This guy gives me Endure, which what this ability does is it gives me an Endurance charge every 7 or 8 seconds, which is enough that I basically stay at 4 Endurance charges all the time unless it's Charge Steal. So just like, I don't know, it's probably better than Vitality. He doesn't have the Enduring Cry, so I have Inexorable here instead of Influence that I had on the other guy. But then I've got Kingmaker. So I lose Perk Wills in this setup for Feared, but I basically swap between these 2 amulets.
You need to find some
Destiny.
Destiny.
The idea here was Kingmaker is like 30% damage for me.
Forget it. Just forget the Merc. I don't care about the Merc.
It's radius, not area. 5. Whereas the Striker before would have died.
Well, that's damage.
So,
that's damage.
I'll be honest, the Striker was tanky enough for everything in Risk 17s. I could not...
Where's the Feared, though?
Shavron would just, like, go died for. So, every Valdo's map. This is a game known as Where's Valdo, where you spend a minute looking for the one monster you missed.
That's what I said! Yes, I'm sorry. I have not one. You can spend up to, like, 20, like yesterday. Oh, man.
Those maps are a great system, and this is by far the worst part about them.
It is.
Looking for one remaining monster.
Oh, yes, it is.
Which is wild when you consider...
the truth.
that the POE2 devs looked at this
Yes.
and said,
This
yes,
this is a horrible idea.
this new great system we added. There's one crucial flaw with it, and that's you spend half the time looking for one monster.
Spoken the truth right there. I had to give up 7 divines on a Light of Meaning map because for fuck's sakes there's one mob remaining. It was in yesterday's clip. Could not find the last mob. I ran the map in circles for ages. Did not appear.
We're gonna make that our entire endgame mapping system.
That's horrible.
That's a true story. That happened.
I'm gonna like it just for that. Honestly.
Alright, I'll maybe go over some of the aura, gear swaps, items, upgrades, and then I'll finish on the Uneasy Sanctuary, which is appropriately named. This is not the hardest tier of maps I do, but this is like the hardest tier of map that I still face roll and don't have to like think about. I've swapped to mirror boots.
Does he clear this very easily? I'm not. The gear we can look at later.
No, like mirrored ones eventually.
Does he even run the map?
Crafting updates on this video. I think
He doesn't run the map? Okay. You know, overall, I don't think... Is this worth 8 mirrors? If I'm going to grind 8 times this character that I have, just to clear this map in half the time, I'm going to pass. It's a wonderful build if you want to grind currency like this. I'm not catching myself grinding for this. Now, if he showed, like, those impossible maps where he's doing, like... I said in the notes here... What you don't want to do, a 3x combo. 3x, Ghosted, Feared, less damage. Basically all of them together. Do Ghosted, Feared, less damage. This is so hard. If he showed that, I'd be seriously impressed.